Hello, Leo. Leo, this is your March 2020. So, Leo, what goes on with you guys? I feel like Leo, a lot of you Leos are feeling a little bit unsettled in a certain way. It also feels like Leos, at the time, right now, at the present time, I should say, it's like you're still looking down the road. You're still looking down the street. You're driving your car, like me right now, and you're searching for something. Or you're going past someone's house. Or maybe, Leo, this is the person that's connected to you that is riding past your house, in fact, looking to see what they can see. It also feels like there is opportunities for you to maybe open up something, and it feels like what you're going to open up is more like yourself. Some of you have been holding back or tolerating some maybe nonsense in a situation. It also feels like some of you know that you have been putting up with something way too long. Something has been quite unappealing, toxic, unhealthy. Something's made you feel kind of restless in a certain way. I feel like a lot of you Leos are wanting this love relationship to work out so much. You're wanting this one particular person, and the energy is really strong. So you're wanting one particular person to come towards you. You're wanting them to show you how they feel. You want them to reflect, as a matter of fact, the same way you're feeling. I'm going to hold the phone so you can just watch as I'm driving. It'll give you something else to look at than my face. So what it feels like is you're hoping that this person that's of interest to you would finally turn around and act the way that you're expecting them to. Now, that's going to be where your first mistake comes in, Leo, because they are not you, in fact. They do things differently, and you know that. They're also raised a different way than you. They may be from a different background. They may be a different ethnicity. They may be older or younger, depending on who I'm reading for. But I do feel like the situation at hand is mostly the struggle about you wanting them. Of course you want them to show you that they care. Of course you want them to let you know that they care about you, they want to be with you, that they're attracted to you. Even just to have a nice and general conversation. You're hoping for that as well. Some of you are having no contact, no communication with this person or your partner. It feels like for some of you, somebody might be playing you against another. And what I mean by that is, maybe 1 minute they're talking nice to you, and then they ghost you a little bit, and then they're talking to somebody else. And next thing you know, they're going to be, talking again. And they come back, they go forth. They come back, they go forth. What I mean by that is, sometimes they're all into you, and then other times they treat you like garbage. They truly don't respect you the way that they should. Now, for some of you, I feel like you can find excuses when you need to. I feel like you can let people know that, oh, they're just, busy right now, or they got other things going on, or whatever. You keep making excuses for them, or, Leo, they keep making excuses for themselves. I don't know which way this is. I don't know who this is for, but it does feel like somebody continues to make excuses because they don't want to woman up or man up and do what they're supposed to do. Now, some of you may be in a heterosexual relationship, and some of you may not be. But the energy that I'm picking up is not to pick on male or female, straight, gay, lesbian, bi, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's not my business. My business is to tell you that it's time that you stand up for yourself and what you believe in. Now, I feel like for Leos that somebody's wanting to come towards you. Somebody is wanting the same things that you do. They just don't know how to make it happen. And the reason they don't know how to make it happen is because sometimes their life is kind of dysfunctional, if you know what I mean. Even the family that they come from is a bit dysfunctional. It's not the way you were brought up. It's not the lifestyle you're used to. It's not the behaviors or conversations that you would normally have. So it is a little bit different. That's one of the things that's important for Leo to understand in the month of March, is that people are going to think differently than you. They're going to do things differently than you. They're going to find certain things to be important and other things not to be. And they could be the exact opposite of what you feel, Leo. But Leo, I can tell you that for some of you, you have to be careful of any kind of anger or lashing out. And that means either you having the anger and lashing out, or somebody else having anger and lashing out. But I want you to be careful of this, because it feels like, things could be taken wrong, or words will come out that cannot be forgiven. It also feels like, when you say certain things, you can't take certain things back. So you have to be careful of what's going on with that, because you can't always take back certain things. You can't do it. There's going to be an opportunity for you all to be able to recognize openly when the communication is needed and what you need to say or do. I also feel like there's going to be a reconciliation for many of you Leos. For a lot of you Leos that are single, you can expect to be meeting somebody looking like pretty much March or April. A lot of single Leos have been single long enough. Some of you may have never even been in a committed relationship. Some of you may be just starting out with this dating situation. But I do feel like there is definitely a love interest coming around. There is going to be some behaviors that are going to pique your interest, so to speak. You're going to notice, a lot of you Leos, somebody watching you from a distance. Now, this could be at work, at school, in your area, wherever you're out and about. But there is somebody definitely going to pique your interest, because somebody is definitely feeling like they want to get to know you. They're attracted to you. It feels like they know that your energy is free and open, and they also feel that you're making eye contact with them as well. So I think they too notice that you notice them. So this is not something that's going to shock you. I think it's going to be like, I thought that person liked me, or I thought that person was looking at me, or I thought that person was paying attention to me. And that's exactly what you're going to find out. So some of you Leos, and that is for single Leos, plus there is some of you who is apart from your partner right now. But you're going to find out that, there is somebody that's going to treat you nicer or better. It's not going to have to be uncomfortable for you much longer. Things are definitely going to work out for you. I feel like in the month of January and February, you struggled a lot, Leo, with behavior, and you struggled a lot with information that was given to you that may have been disappointing or heartbreaking. Meaning somebody may have left you. They may have done something behind your back and you found out about it. But either way, I think things are going to be finally resolved in a certain manner. I think you're going to finally understand that somebody has your best interest now at heart, because you're not going to have to worry about any more BS, so to speak. You're not going to have to worry about anything else that's going on. So there is going to be an opportunity for Leos to be in a commitment, to be in a relationship. Also, a lot of you are going to find a way to open the doors of communication with you and your partner. There's going to be times where, Leo, you might be by yourself. You're going to have to figure out other things to do. You're going to have to be busy or keep busy. A lot of people make the mistake thinking that you're going to bring back a partner if you just think of them 100 times a day or all night. And it's not. That's actually going to burn out the energy. So in order to bring somebody towards you, you put the thought out into the universe. You ask the universe or source to bring that person towards you, and then leave it alone. Let it go. So let the universe do its job. When the universe knows that it's time for you to speak to somebody or reconcile with somebody or be with somebody, then the universe is going to happily bring that person toward you. During the month of March as well, Leos, you're going to find that your finances get a little tight. You're going to have to make a decision on things between wanting and needing things, okay? It's going to be really important to make sure you put the money away first for all your important bills, Okay? Prioritize what needs to be paid first. Okay? For some of you, there may be tire issues with a vehicle. For some of you, there's going to be help needed or help requested from you by a family member. So somebody's going to want you to help them do something. Somebody may be moving in your family and they're going to need you to help them to pack or move things or move on that day. On that particular day they chose to move, you may have to help them to move boxes or carry things from one place to another. But I feel like you're going to be able to do that freely. Some of you have to be careful of back issues. Leos, I want you to be careful of back issues because it feels like you're overdoing something or you're bending the wrong way or you're doing some type of movement repetitiously, but you're not doing it the right way. So be careful how you're lifting. Make sure you pull the object very close to your body. Make sure you're squatting down and bending your knees as you're lifting it up. And again, keep that object close to your body as you can when you're lifting. Do not twist or turn, okay, when you're doing things. Do not twist or turn. Be very careful with that. There is going to be somebody who's going to offer an opportunity to you that is going to bring more money into your pocket. It's also going to help you to achieve a certain goal. Somebody may be asking, in all of you Leos, somebody might be asking for you to either lend them money or you may be needing money. Either way, I see this transaction is going to happen, and I do see if you lend money out that it will be repaid back. For some of you, there may be one or two that you know the person that's asking doesn't need that money for anything important. Do not give the money to that person. But you are talking about, when I'm talking about the people that are borrowing the money from you, somebody who has a job, somebody who is responsible, but hit a bad spot or something like that temporarily and needs your help just for the next 2 weeks, that's fine. Anybody else asking to borrow longer than that, it's not acceptable. Leos, I feel like you guys are standing tall in both of your strides or your recovery. I also feel like you're being very independent and on your own, handling things of your business, so to speak. I do feel like your structure is very good around you and your foundation that you're building is very strong. So for the month of March, Leos, your money doesn't look bad as long as you spend it carefully. Your bills look like they will get paid. Some people are setting up to move, maybe up in June. Something's coming in June. But some of you are going to deal with a family member who's getting ready to move very soon, and you're going to help them with moving. I hear something. Let's see. I hear it, but I don't see it. There it goes. Sending prayers out to anybody who is sick or in need of help. In Jesus' name, amen. So, there's a confirmation. Everything is going to work out okay. Things are going to be good for the month of March, much better than they were in January and February. So with that being said, this is your Leo's March.